Hello. Well, you might be asking, what is a man carrying a cereal packet doing heading off into the countryside? Well, it's because I want to talk to you about noticing. Nearly there. Nearly at the top of the hill. There was a saying that on impact programs there were three types of people. Those that watched things happen, those that made things happen, and those that said at the end of it all, what happened? And you were always reminded never to find yourself in that third category, because if you didn't know what had happened, it probably meant that you didn't know what was going on. And if you don't know what's going on, perhaps you don't notice what's going on around you. And so we're going to go into the woods and do an exercise that I first saw being done with small kids. So, if you go into the woods today, you're sure to get a surprise. There'll be a man in there with a cereal packet right before his eyes. Ooh. There is a link here, of course, to Impact's leadership proposition, which is notice, decide, act. And the very first step is absolutely crucial, to be aware of what's going in for you and what's going on around you in order to be able to make a positive impact for yourself or in the service of the group around you. So follow me, because we're going into the woods. So this looks like a good spot to sit for a bit, just under this tree. So, like I said, it's an exercise I first saw being done for kids for nature school, and very simple. All you need is a bit of cardboard, a pen, and off you go and sit somewhere in a park, in the woods, in the garden, anywhere just a little bit away from the house. So on the back of your old bit of cardboard, you've got a pen, and mark yourself in the middle of this card. So that's me. Okay, there I am. And now it's down to the listening. And what we ask is for people to listen out for all of the sounds around them, be they human, machine or otherwise, and note them with the pen. You can use words, you can use pictures, or you can even use little scratchy marks, dots and dashes, circles, whatever you think that sound sounds like. Start with the big ones, go to the lesser audible ones, and then in the last part of the exercise, really listen out for every tiny little sound, every rustle of a leaf, every little ant that's crawling across the bark. Make a note of it. There's so much going on. I can hear the reversing light of some digger over there. I can hear the distant bypass. There's bird song, and it's really different birds, and I don't know what they are, but it's got me interested. A great big dog has just run past me. Thankfully its owner didn't find me here doing this. So the second part of the listening exercise, the second part of this listening and noticing exercise for kids is to use their visual senses as well, and you give them all a little square and put it on the ground and say, now notice every single thing in that square, every single thing, every piece of bark, every bug on it, every bit of decaying leaf, absolutely everything. And it's from that you make all the connections with the wider picture. Brilliant. So, Time to get out of the woods before they put the weirdo alert out. So the second phase of the noticing exercise is noticing about yourself, the little and big things, your feelings, your emotions, your behaviours, your habits, and making the connections between those. So in the interest of your well-being, that you're able to make well-informed decisions about your life and the way you live it. And finally, if you see a man walking off into the woods with an old bit of cardboard and a marker pen, don't judge him, because something good might be about to happen.